Today I will talk about the Civil War in Águilas, our town. Our city council at that time was faithful to the Republican side, and the municipal council was led by Rafael Carrillo Perneas. Our biggest problem was a bombing by Italian and German planes. The biggest bombings were on August 3, 1938, 15 people died, and on the 31st of that same month another 16. The bombing of the 31st was the worst. It was under the command of Colonel Gostoli, Italy, and they destroyed the massacring the port of the railway facilities and all the surroundings. In 1937, to protect ourselves, we made several shelters. There were two types, the municipal ones in charge of the local authorities and private ones that the neighbors trade for personal use. Some examples are the bunkers that have been rebuilt. Another is where the reservoir La Cueva is currently located, since it was also refused. The Calvario refused and one that had its entrance in front of the Caño de los Áricos. A voluminous reinforced concrete tunnel that formed half the street was introduced like a colossus party bordering the Cabezo de los Alacranes, trailing through the mountain on the way to another door outlet that then led to the Plazuela de los Caños. They only entered and left when they heard the alarms that the planes were going to bomb. During this time, the deposit of railway machines was used to trade war weapons. In 1939, when Franco had already won the war, those who opposed Franco had to leave by boat. The last ones who could flee left here. Our mayor, José Fernando Navarro, prevent the Wing prisoners locked up in the Jabón compound from being taken to Cartagena, and thus saved their lives. He also prevented that the Warner, the Colonel, Luis Pareja Aycuens, to leave because the military governor of Murcia had sent the assault wards to arrest him. The Phalangists drew up blacklists with names of people belonging to the Popular Front, causing José Jiménez Ruano to appear at the office of the socialist José Antonio Moreno, owner of the railway company, on March 20, to tell him that he had to leave when his name was on the blacklist. As Franco controlled the sea and they had thought too late that their only option, even if it was unsafe, was the boats of the fishing fleet. The port was destroyed, so they looked for another place to ship. The departure was the night of March 27th, and the morning of the 28th, in the Hornillo, were the boats with the engines running. Some didn't appear, and others refused. And then, with the loss of time, the railway's employees, who were also fleeing, had to turn them on, realizing that some of them didn't work. They said goodbye to their family and friends and put down their weapons since Oran didn't allow them. The ships were in shores, and the draft construction was too fragile for the open sea. They also lacked the street, since the 14-hour trip lasted 30 hours. One of them has a broken motor and drifting without food. The names of the boats were Ángel Rafael, Los Dos Pacos, José Isabel, Dos Hermanas, Diego, Cecilia, and Joven Dolores. There will also be two from Calabardina, Joven María and Amparo. They saved 100 refuse, being the last to flee from Spain.